Red Rock Canyon. Also, we have one northwest side of
County.
That again is a golf balls with them. Some cases bigger than golf ball. Here's County. Here's Oklahoma County here. Grady County here. So this is central Oklahoma. The green means we're under a tornado watch until 9 o'clock. Hail size there. Golf ball maybe a little bit littler, and then this one's golf ball maybe a little bit bigger west of Anadarko. But no tornado warnings with those. Just severe thunderstorm warnings. You see the motion there during the past 30 minutes as they come into the far west metro. That's what we have with those storms right now. Let's go further northbound. We've got other storms not too far from Fairview. Let's go to Fairview here. So that storm just passed the west side of Fairview. It is severe, and it's going to be a little ways southwest of Helena, Goltry, Jet, and Nash. So it's going up into southeastern Woods County and Alfalfa County. That again is a hailer there as well. Let's go further north. Golf ball or larger size storms here, and this is going to be on the northwest sides of Alva. So that storm also is severe. Let's go back to the storm tracker. Let's go back to the storm tracker and take a look at this storm here. Tornado warning continues. Let's go back to Jeremy Carter here live. He's on that storm with Reed. Jeremy?
Severe for Blaine and Canadian coming out for quarters.
So strong rotation continues now. Again, it is to the southeast of Lawton and to the west of Marlow and Duncan. It doesn't appear to be tight enough for a tornado right now, but let's go to Reed's stream and let's talk to Reed here about this. It is definitely quite a ways east now of 44. Reed, what do you have?
Yeah, Mike, I'm still getting big-time northerlies just west of this circulation. There's the tree branches flying through the air with a 60-mile-an-hour wind to the backside, but I'm still in the hook. Can barely see. But big-time wind, horizontal hail. I'm just trying to get east of this circulation, but it's a lot of power with this storm, a lot of wind on the backside of it. Back to you, Mike. I'll be there soon.
Alva?
A few more minutes.
Okay. All right, Reed, appreciate that. Let's go to the quad box here. Let's talk to Corey Inman, and we're going to go on up here to the north, and we're going to go up to Alva in Woods County. So we have several supercells here that we're tracking for you. One tornado warning, quite a few severe thunderstorm warnings. Let's go to Corey Inman. Now, he's up in Woods County. Corey?
Yeah, Mike, I'm 2 miles north of Highway 11 and 3 miles to the west of Alva, looking back to the west about a mile. Starting to get a lot of rapid rotation in this snowing here that's developed in the last 5 or 10 minutes. We had what appeared to be a funnel about 5 minutes ago, but it quickly dissipated. We're sitting here watching it. It continues to pull a lot of scud in and a lot of rising motion here at the base of this wall cloud. We're going to sit here and watch it as it tracks off to the east towards Alva. Back to you.
Okay, Corey, appreciate that. Tightening rotation there. Earlier, a little funnel cloud northwest of Alva. That's for you folks in far northern Oklahoma. That's an update for Woods County right now, okay? So not a tornado warning, but rotation there getting a little bit stronger. So we're tracking that. We've got storm trackers up near the Kansas border. Corey's up in Alva right now looking at that storm very carefully. Let's go back to the storm tracker. So we still have one tornado warning. So we're going to focus most heavily on the tornado threat and the huge hail. Showed 3 to 3.5 inch diameter hail here. And this is definitely now the big hail's in the south side of Lawton right now, the biggest hail. And the rotation here is east of 44 and to the west of Hewlin, and it is heading on over toward Duncan by 706, red line, center line, cone of danger here, Duncan, Marlow area. So Stevens County, that is a heads up for you. So let's go back to Reed Timmer and let's talk about this. Reed, again, so you're probably now heading eastbound. Tell us what you see.
Mike, I'm getting crazy wraparound on the backside of this circulation. Just a little bit east of I-44. Winds are gusting big time. I cannot see anything. Got strong northeasterly winds out here. The backside of this circulation. Still can't see the wall cloud. I can smell broken tree branches, probably from the hail flying through the air. But I still cannot confirm if there's a tornado on the ground. Basically, the roads are impassable out here. I can barely even drive. There's big time winds in the backside of this mesocyclone. Back to you, Mike.
Okay, Reed, appreciate that. So let's go to the storm tracker. Where is this? This is down here southeast of Lawton. The big hail is in South Lawton right now, still showing 3 inch diameter hail. So very, very large hail there. Chopper 4 is also arriving on the scene, by the way. So we'll be checking with John Welsh here momentarily on this storm down in Comanche County. It's heading over toward Marlow and Duncan here a bit later on. Duncan by 706, Marlow at 711. Let's go to Max 3. We're going to show you other storms in the state which are severe. We're going to start you off here. Let's broaden this view out And this is Caddo County here, so severe thunderstorm warnings for large hail and damaging winds. No tornado warnings right now. Caddo County up into Canadian County. So the western half of Canadian County, especially west of El Reno quite a ways, and to the west and southwest of Okarche, showing some nickels, quarters, and some golf balls here. Further to the north up in Alfalfa County, other storms are further up in northern Oklahoma. They are also severe. Helena, Gultry, Jet, and Nash, Carmen area south of Cherokee. And here's the storm that Corey was on with some tightening rotation, but no tornado warning right now on the northwest side of Alva, but showing bigger than golf ball size hail there. Let's go back to the storm tracker and let's talk to Jeremy Carter. Let's go to Chance Cold Iron here. Chance, tell us where you are.
Hey, Mike, we're 5.5 miles southeast of Lawton. We blasted through that core, snuck in on I-44. Didn't see much hail, but it was driving range you can see. But we got a pretty good wall cloud here. Rotation seems to be, from the time we got here, is picking up some as it's moving east. We're getting in a little bit better position so I can get you a shot, but we're down here. Back to you.
Okay, appreciate that, Chance. Still showing real tornado potential now, southeastern Comanche County. So let's go back over to Reed Timmer and get an update here from Reed. And he's in the Dominator here. He's going eastbound now, it looks like. And still real tornado potential. So a heads up for you folks in Marlow and Duncan, Stevens County, as it comes out of southeastern Comanche County. Reed's been tracking it here. Reed, what do you have? And the rotation rate's coming up and tightening up as well, down northeast of Geronimo and west-northwest of Duncan and west-southwest of Marlow. So tornado warning continues. The big hail now is in southeastern Lawton currently. So Reed is checking out the rain and hail there. He's about to drive out of the core. He's right there on the northwest side of the mesocyclone. Let's show you where this is. Tornado warning continues, and this is Comanche County, southwest of Oklahoma City, about 60 miles. And it's going to be heading from southeast Comanche County up into Stevens County, Marlow, Duncan area, and the tornado warning does continue. Still showing a strong indication of a developing tornado. As of yet, no tornadoes actually formed. We had perhaps a tightening funnel cloud there at one point in time, but right now we're kind of showing the storm cycling a little bit, so it may be ramping back up potentially right about now. Let's go back to Reed here and check this out. So it's going to be southeast of Lawton. Reed, are you with us?
2 southwest of Lawton, we have a snapped tree.
Okay, some tree damage on the southwest side of Lawton by 2 miles, and the Lawton Municipal Airport had winds over 60 miles per hour. So this is going to be now heading up towards 7. So I'd say, especially you folks in Marlow, stay very, very alert, because it appears to be making a little bit more of a jog up toward Highway 7 right now, east-southeast, and really due east of Lawton right now, maybe heading up that way. Let's go over to Jeremy's stream and check this out. We've got several trackers and Bob Moore Chopper 4 arriving on the scene on this particular storm here. And Jeremy's got a view of the wall cloud there for sure. There's the tail cloud feeding in. Jeremy, can you hear me? What do you have?
Yeah, Mike, I've been watching this. Anyway, the rotation was pretty strong right just north of Geronimo. Anyways, it's still pretty intense. I'm east of Holland, I believe it is, and I'm with it. I get anything hit the ground, but I'm going to stay with it close, Mike. Back to you.
Okay, appreciate that. So still showing indications here of a... Say that again? Flash flood warning for Lawton due to all the rain that's been falling, torrential rain. Yeah, wall cloud visible looking westbound out of Marlow. So let's go to the storm tracker here. So the cone of danger here is going to be coming out of Comanche County into Stevens County, and right now red line, center line here for Marlow and the south side of Marlow. So Duncan's right there where the D is. So we're talking about 7-11 there for Marlow. So Stevens County, Oil Center, and it's near Hewlin right now, over toward Oil Center and up toward Marlow, and everybody along Highway 7. Everybody along Highway 7 here, coming out of Comanche County and going into Stevens County. That is a tornado warning in effect, so tornado precautions away from windows, interior closet or bathroom, storm cellar or basement. Let's go to the south top, look at the wind. The live wind here, and yes, on 7 here, just south of 7, still indications here of a strong mesocyclone with tornado potential on the eastern sides of Lawton. Here's Marlow right here, so this portion of the storm right here in the southeastern sections of Comanche County. Let's go back to Reed here, talk about the stream here from Reed. And Reed, what do you have right now?
Hey, on West Highway 7, another spot.
Let's go to Chance here. Chance Cold Iron, tell us where you are.
Mike, we are 4 miles south of Highway 7 and about 6
east of I-44, and we got rapid rotation here right now, just directly to the west of us. I have an area that's swinging around the mezzo right now, around the wall cloud, and I'm watching it. Nothing's real tight. It's a real broad, but it's pretty rapid rotation at this moment.
Okay, so Chance is looking at the rotation here. He's got a really good view of it here. So Chance and Reed and Jeremy are all on this storm. Bob Moore Chopper 4 is also arriving. So Chance is looking right here at the rotation. He's reporting strong rotation. You folks in Lawton, in Marlow can see this. Looking to your west-southwest, looking west-southwest out of Marlow, you can actually see that wall cloud, which is moving directly for you, and the tornado warning does continue. Let's go back to Chance here with an update. Chance, still showing strong rotation here. What do you have?
Yeah, we just had a small fault come halfway to the ground. Nothing really can localize right now. There's a lot of many areas of rotation. It's just a matter of time before this thing gets back together. But we're taking about 60, 65-mile-an-hour inflow now out of the southeast. And well, hold on. So I got a big bowl here just to the southwest. It's rotating pretty quick right now. I'm gonna have to move it.
Yeah, it looks like the hook's coming around right now. It looks like the hook is coming around right now. We might see a tornado forming here rather quickly. This is going to be northeast of Geronimo, and it's heading on up toward, well, lots of little towns here. Cox Corner, Bethel, Nellie, Denton, Oil City. You folks along Highway 7, you need to be in your tornado shelter like right now. Highway 7 here, that's east out of Lawton, west out of Marlow. You need to be in your tornado shelter right now because that is a dangerous rotation there that looks like it is quickly wrapping up into tornado genesis right now. Chance, Cold Iron, go.
When it came right over the top of us, actually it's about half a mile southwest with a strong rotation. It's starting to wrap and rain, so we're going to get a little bit further east and see if we can't follow this thing. Back to you.
Yeah, it's really got some really wrapped up rotation on it right now. Let's go to the storm tracker here. So tornado warning continues, and at this rate, it'll be extended for Stevens County if things don't change because it's got a very strong hook coming all the way around on it right now. Low-level lock, red line, center line for Marlow. So you folks in Marlow and everybody here on Highway 7, here's Highway 7 right here. You need to be in your tornado safe spot right now. Tornado possible at any time. Could even be wrapped in rain. The way the hook is coming around on it very vigorously now, so it looks like tornado genesis here could be taking place right now. So it's going to be just south of Highway 7, but traveling down Highway 7, north of Duncan now the way it looks, unless it veers a little bit more to the south. So it should stay north of Duncan, but you're not totally out of the cone of danger yet. But it's red line, center line for Marlow. So that is a indication there of a strong indication of a tornado developing right now. Let's go over to Reed Stream. Take a look at Reed Stream. And so Reed is heading eastbound.
He's on the line. He's on the line.
Go, Reed.
Hey, Mike. Yeah, I'm about a mile south of Highway 7 right now. I believe I'm really close to the circulation. There's a lot of rain. It's beginning to get more sporadic. Definitely have strong northerly winds at my position. And it appears that the circulation would be southeast of our location. But I can smell the smell of broken deciduous tree branches out here. So it definitely is a very strong wind. Still can't verify a tornado on the ground, but there is a big-time inflow gusting from north to south in this thing. And about to gain visual of this. Again, I've been trying to find through this hook, but there's a lot of rain around this circulation, and there's a lot of power with this storm, a lot of wind speed. And now we're looking south right at the circulation. You can see the wall cloud there to the right. And I don't see a tornado on the ground right now, but it is definitely an H3 high precipitation supercell. Back to you, Mike.
Okay, Reed, appreciate that. So what do we have going on here? And Reed's coming out of the rain right now. Let's go to the storm tracker here. And so we still have this strong indication here. You see a very strong hook, low-level lock here, meaning spin down near the cloud base. And that's right on 7. Here comes the tornado warning for Stevens County as expected because nothing here has changed. The tornado potential is still quite high as it comes into Stevens County. So this is a heads up for Marlow, right? So Stevens County, tornado warning coming out. So we're talking about all these little communities here on 7. If you live in a mobile home, you don't want to be caught in a mobile home in this with this tornado potentially developing right now. Heading over to Highway 7 and Highway 81. Marlow down to the north side of Duncan. Tornado possible here as it comes into Stevens County. Let's go back. Who's the who do we have here besides Reed that we can show? Do we have Jeremy?
Yeah, he just got caught on the bridge.
Let's go to, he's on the bridge here. Let's go to Jeremy Carter here live. Jeremy?
Hey, Mike. Anyways, I'm near the town of Cole. Anyway, the inflow is just getting insane out. I'm just into the rotation, trying to get a position where I can get you a good shot. The inflow's picked up a lot. Back to you.
Okay, appreciate that. Let's go back over to Reed here for an update. Reed's just about ready to pop out of that rain here any second now. Tornado warning now extended for Stevens County. Reed, tell us what you have.
Hey, Mike, I just got a brief visual of the wall cloud to my southeast. It looks really low, but then another patch of rain came out rapid really quickly right behind it. I just temporarily lost visual again. Still got very strong northerly winds out here, 60, 70 mile an hour winds flowing into it. Looks dark as night out here right now, and I'm definitely coming through the rain. I can look back behind me and see through it. You look up to the southeast here, and you can almost see through it. I can see some studded appendages hanging down right now, and almost there, Mike. Just a little bit east here. A few more miles, but I should be out of the rain. Back to you.
Okay, high-tension power pole, right? Power pole, high-tension power pole blown over east of Lawton. So, again, you know, there might even be, you know, some type of vortex touchdown here just south of 7. I mean, and Reed's really, really close to it right now. Also,
Mike, we need to go to Corey.
let's go to Corey Inman up here near Alva. Let's go to Corey Inman in Alva. Okay, check it out. There you go. Hey, what do we have here? Go, Corey.
Yeah, Mike, we're about 4 miles to the northwest of Alva. We had a quick tornado touchdown there just off to our north. Still see a little bit of spin on the ground as it moves off to the east. This should track just to the north of Alva. We are exactly 4 miles to the north of Alva, and it's about a half a mile to our north. People in Alva need to go ahead and take their tornado precautions now.
Okay, let's go over to Max 3. Let's show you where this is. You saw the little spin up there right as we went to that picture. That was the tornado. And see, here's the hook right here. And the hook is definitely coming around. Let's back out here a little bit because Alva's going to be right there. There it is. Very, very close to Alva, right? So we got to watch this. Corey, stay with us here, buddy, okay? Stay with us. This is northern Oklahoma now, all right? This is northern Oklahoma. Take that a little further south there, Matt. Adjust it a little bit further south because it's going to be on the south side. There you go. So Alva, you folks may be in the path of this developing tornado. You saw the little suction spot there right as we took the video. That was a little brief touchdown, and the hook is coming around right now. So you folks in Alva, tornado precautions away from windows, interior closet or bathroom, storm cellar or basement would be good. That's from Corey Inman. A brief touchdown there to the west-northwest of Alva. Very, very close. Look at the hook there, how it really tightens up there. That's the little suction spot that we just showed you there live from Corey Inman up here in Woods County. So tornado possible near and north of Alva. So very, very close, but maybe just north of Alva up toward Capron. From there, it's going into Alfalfa County, probably north of Cherokee, but this could be a tornado producer as it comes out of Woods County into Alfalfa County. So keep that in mind for you folks in northern Oklahoma. We'll come back to that here momentarily. Let's go back to the storm tracker. We're going to jump down now to the Marlowe storm. And a red line, center line, still the cone of danger for Marlowe. Tornado warning for Stevens County. Tornado warning for southeastern and east central Comanche County. There has been wind damage. There's been a flood rescue in western Lawton due to flooding. There's a flood advisory in effect for Lawton, showing huge hail. Right now, computer cranking out softballs. Softball size hail or bigger is what the computer's cranking out with this supercell with a tornado warning in effect. Let's go to Reed Timmer. Reed?
Hey, Mike. I'm just north of a circulation. I could definitely see rotating rain curtains off to the southeast. I'm about a mile south of Highway 7, and the power lines are really ripping out here. Just to the south side of the road, they got northerlies going into this circulation. But the rain curtains are really ripping, really rotating just to the southeast. It almost looks like condensation here and there from my view, but I still can't confirm a tornadic circulation on the ground. But there is very, very strong winds. Very strong inflow into the circulation, occasional debris flying by the vehicle, and I'm right in the bear stage of this supercell. And occasionally we break through the hook. You can see southeast and see a lot of rotating rain curtains, but I'm still trying to gain visual of any condensation in here. Back to you, Mike.
Okay, appreciate that. So it's still trucking eastbound. Boy, you're getting awful close to be able to see the details there. Who's in the upper, the quad box here? Who's in the upper? Okay, that's Dillard. Let's check out Dillard's stream here. This is the West Metro, folks. So we're going to talk about the West Metro here for a moment. This is Mark Dillard, Emily Sutton here. We've got a couple of storms here, one in Caddo County, one in northwestern Canadian County. They are potentially severe, but right now no signs of any significant rotation. A lot of the storms are spinning today, but this is what's on the far western sides of the metro, Emily and Mark Dillard, and they're monitoring this along with a couple of other trackers as well for the West Metro. So we're not at all ignoring the West Metro. Right now the potential with these is quite a bit lower. We'll keep close track of it. If it changes, we'll update you immediately on these. Let's go to the storm tracker, back down to the tornado warn storm. So the circulation here is still near Highway 7, red line, center line for Marlow and North Duncan. So Highway 7, Highway 81, tornado warning coming out of Comanche County into Stevens County right now.
Debris raining on Lawton.
Debris is raining on Lawton. Is that exactly what they say?
Ham radio operator.
Ham radio operator says, quote, debris is raining on Lawton,
East of Lawton.
quote, east side of Lawton. All right, who's this? That's Jeremy Carter. Okay. Jeremy, are you on the bridge? Go, Jeremy. This is going to be the tornado warn storm west-southwest of Marlow. Let's go to Reed Timmer. Let's go to Reed Timmer here. You got the chopper. Let's go to the chopper here. John Welsh joins us now live. And John, let's get an update from you. Potentially an intermittent touchdown, quite possible there east of Lawton. Where are you right now?
It was on 7.
And that's Bob Moore Chopper 4 closing in on that storm. There has been some flooding in Lawton. There's been some large hail in Lawton. There's been some debris. There's debris falling out of the sky in eastern Lawton right now. On State Highway 7, debris falling out of the sky. And John Welsh and Bob Moore Chopper 4 is now closing in on that storm right now. Go, John.
Yeah, Mike, right now we're showing you that storm. We're just south and west of Lawton here, shooting back towards Geronimo, and that's where the lowering is. And we've kind of watched this thing go just south of the airfield, south of Fort Sill, and it's pretty much moving straight east. We've been on it for about 10 to 15 minutes now, and at times it looks like it's actually going to get us back together and spin up. We'll get a pretty broad lowering coming to the ground. We're shooting it from the backside, so we can't get really as close as we normally would on the inside just because the winds are completely different on the backside of it. However, as you can see, it definitely has a structure. We've zoomed in tight. We haven't been able to identify if there's been any touchdowns.
John, we're going to go over to Reed. It may be on. We're getting a lot of damage reports here. Reed may have it on the ground here. There's been a lot of damage. Trees uprooted, high tension poles down, debris falling out of the sky, East Lawton. It may be on the ground. Reed, go.
Now, there's crazy motion in this circulation. I think it's still just to the south of Highway 7. I can see the circulation with rotating rain curtains underneath it. If you can see my stream, I'm pointing east. And we've got rapid northerlies just in front of the vehicle. On the other side of that, rapid southerly. And we're watching clouds start south. I don't see condensation all the way to the ground, but I do see rain curtains rotating rapidly underneath this lowering. Rapid rotation. Still can't confirm a tornado, but it is chaos in here. A lot of motion in the southern side of this storm, but we have punched through finally and have visual of the structure. So if there is a tornado in progress, we'll see it. I also see another circulation to my north that's likely right over Highway 7. I can't confirm it because there's a tornado on the ground with that, but it is a very low wall cloud just to the north and another circulation just to the south. So a lot of motion in this storm. Definitely a tornadic storm. Back to you, Mike.
Okay, this is a heads up here, certainly for you folks in Marlow. Heads up for Marlow here. So there are two circulations. Let's look at the Doppler here. One side of 7, one on the south side of 7. There's two independent circulations here, and it's had a reasonably decent little trail of debris, with debris coming out of the sky, tree uprooted, power pole, high tension power pole down. So there's a lot going on right here, and there easily could have been tornado touchdowns, maybe wrapped up in some form of rain. Let's go back over to Reed Timmer here, get a live update. Reed? Heads up for Marlow for sure. You folks in Marlow, this could get serious really fast for Marlow. Really fast. It's heading right for Marlow. Go, Reed. Okay, let's go back to the storm tracker. And less than favorable conditions, as you might imagine, being underneath a tornadic supercell here. But it's going to get serious for Marlow here. So red line, center line for Marlow, and the time of arrival for Marlow is going to be right down there at 7:12. So it's 10 till 7 right now. So we're talking maybe 18 to 20 minutes from right now. So keep in mind 7 o'clock, 7:03, 7:05, that time frame. It could get really serious for Marlowe because it does appear like we've had intermittent damage back here, either from mesocyclone winds and or tornado winds. Back down, there's been debris coming out of the sky, East Lawton. That's often an indication of a tornado. And it is heading right for Marlowe, pretty much red line, center line, the cone of danger right for Marlowe. Let's go back to Reed, and we also have Chance and Jeremy. Let us know if you have either one of those. Let's go to Reed's stream, check it out. And the chopper as well. Let's go to Bob Moore Chopper 4, and John Welsh is right there. John?
Yeah, Mike, that's the, I believe, the north level of circulation that Reed was talking about. And then, Travis, if you'll pan the camera to the right, you'll see the next decent-sized lowering that is just starting to come about. It's probably about a mile or so, mile and a half south of that, a little bit farther to the right. There's, like Reed had said, there's two different levels of circulation in this storm. The one, just keep coming right, Travis. The one right there on the far right of your screen looks like it's getting a little bit more spin on it than the one farther to the north as we're trying to kind of get around to the south side of it here, Mike.
Okay, appreciate that. John, be careful up there in the chopper. Keep coming around. Keep coming around. Keep coming around the hook there. Your view will get better and better as you come around there, the south side of the hook and eventually the southeast side of the hook. It is heading directly for Marlowe, so if you can get around the south side of that and basically fly to the south side of Marlowe, that's where it's heading right now. Let's go to Chance Cold Iron. He's on it also. That's quite a view right there. Chance.
I don't have them.
Yeah, like we have rapid rotation here just to the south of Highway 7 about, I think it's about 9 miles east of Lawton. Hey guys, the rotation that we watched it had a pretty good monocline coming out of it down the south.
Yeah, I will.
Really close.
I don't think it'll work.
Okay. Sorry about the interference, guys. Several folks talking on our bridge line at the same time. So here's the chopper, and John is coming around. And you can see what's going on here. There's some rotation here, and then back here in the rain, there's a lowered area right back here in the rain. And the low-level lock is there. So as John's located right about here, coming around the south side of the hook. And it is heading for Marlowe. And I think the most serious part of the storm's back over right here, right there on the left-hand edge of the screen. Here's the second area of rotation south of 7. There's the northern rotation north of 7 right now. Again, that is a live chopper shot from Bob Moore Chopper 4. Tornado-warned storm. It is heading for Marlowe. Red line, center line is for Marlowe. Maybe the south side of town, maybe right into Marlowe. Tornado warning in effect for Marlowe. And it'll probably go north of Duncan the way it looks, but it is traveling down 7 right now. Dangerous storm for sure. Let's go to Chance Cold Iron here, and let's check out what Chance has on his stream. He's really right ahead of the mesocyclone here, and it might be involved in some of this rain as well. I think this was what we saw from the chopper. The left-hand edge of the chopper shot, I think, is this rotation right here. Chance, are you with us?
Guys, somebody hit me when I was going through that intersection. I'm going to have to stand down. My vehicle's immobilized.
Okay, sounds like Reed's got a problem there. So it looks like he's got a road problem with the Dominator there. So let's check in with Chance, and let's check in with Jeremy. Chance is looking right at that rotation right there. Again, it is heading for Marlowe. Let's go to the Chopper 4 here. So what we're doing here is just kind of following this mile by mile. And there is the wall cloud. You can see it there in the rain, the ground shot from Chance. Now this is important because there's a tornado warning for Marlowe, and it is heading directly into Marlowe, and indications are of a tornado at it. Say that again? Lowering halfway to the ground, independent spotter. So this is why we're tracking this. It's for you folks in Marlowe. Safety precautions. Again, we're getting closer to that 7 o'clock hour for Marlowe. Let's go back to Bob Moore Chopper 4 and John Welsh. John?
Yeah, Mike, as you can see, that's kind of the best lowering that we've saw right there, and it might be what that spotter was talking about. Travis is doing a good job of getting the colors in there. So as we're coming around here, we're just about 6 miles south and east of Geronimo. We're almost headed pretty much for the straight north side of Duncan.
Okay, let's go to the storm tracker. So rotation north of 7, rotation south of 7. We've had damage back here on the east side of Lawton. Tree uprooted, power, high tension power pole down. So that's a lot of wind. Let's go to Chance Cold Iron. Again, you folks in Marlow and south of Marlow down toward the north side of Duncan, be prepared to seek shelter here no later than about 7 o'clock. Go, Chance.
Yeah, we're heading east on 7, heading over, get a little bit closer to Marlow and get a better vantage point of this storm. The circulation on the north of 7 is completely wrapped in rain. Looks very ominous in there, so can't confirm if there's a tornado on the ground or not. And then the south circulation, it just areas of rotation that are spinning down, but nothing's gotten quite tight enough or strong enough to put down a tornado. But we're heading east of this storm and just trying to get a better vantage point on it. Back to you.
Okay, Chance, appreciate that. Broaden the view out here just a little bit. Let's go to the storm tracker. And the tornado warning continues, still a low-level lock, indications of a tornado here. Marlow here showing up at 7:14, maybe a little bit sooner than that. Other storms are re-intensifying on the west side of Cache, and those have some pretty good sized hail with them. Let's go over to Max 2, show you the current situation on the warnings and watches. Tornado watch continues. Only one tornado warning in Oklahoma. It's going to be for Marlow and the folks along Highway 7. Severe thunderstorm warnings for Alfalfa County, northeastern Woods County, and also for western Canadian County on down into Caddo County. And new severe thunderstorms are developing quickly down out by Cache and not too far from Snyder in Kiowa County and northeastern Tillman County. So those are hailers there. Hailers up north, although we had one brief tornado touchdown about 25 minutes ago from Corey Inman northwest of Alva, but no tornado warning for that storm right now. Still has a hook north of Alva, so it's heading into far northern Alfalfa County. Let's go back to the storm tracker. And on the storm tracker here, still low-level lock here, so a dangerous situation for Marlow. And we're talking about 7 to 12, 14 minutes for Marlow, and the rotation's heading directly for Marlow right now. Let's go to the south Doppler wind velocities and check out the wind and the indications here. There's Marlow right here. Indications of the tornadic activity now in northwestern Stevens County, just coming out of Comanche County, and also a secondary circulation right over Highway 7. So two areas of rotation right there. If we have chance, let's go to the chopper here. Take a look from Bob Moore Chopper 4. And John Welsh is looking at those wall clouds. John?
Yeah, Mike, we're pretty much directly south of it now, and we're coming around here. And from
Okay, let's go back to Max 3 here.
Road and Highway 7.
Say that again.
Beth Road and Highway 7, just east of road. It's now 3/4 of the way.
3/4 of the way to the ground. Highway 7 out there by Bethel, right?
Bethel Road.
Bethel Road, just east of Bethel Road. So on Highway 7, more than halfway down to the ground funnel cloud. So we'll check in with Chance. Let's look at Chance Stream here. Yeah, Chance has got a really good view of it. Chance, are you here with us on the bridge line, the Gentner? What do you have?
Back west now on Highway 7. I did not see the funnel cloud. I got two areas of rotation. One further back to the west, about 2 miles from me, and then another one just about a mile southwest of me. And it's rotating pretty good, but nothing even close to halfway down right now. Just got a pretty tight area of rotation. Back to you.
Chance, appreciate that. Let's go to Max 3. Again, continuous coverage here because of a tornado warning. Perhaps we've had some touchdowns of tornadic activity, and you folks in Marlow are in danger, along with everybody on Highway 7 to the southwest of Marlow, with that well-defined hook with funnel cloud activity continuing, and intermittent touchdowns may or may not have happened. We've had a path of intermittent damage back to the southeast side of Lawton. Now, there are other storms forming to the west, and these are going to be out by Snyder. Hailers here, and hailers also north of Cache, and those are moving to the north-northeast, so large hail damaging winds there. Kiowa County, Comanche County, heading up into southwestern Caddo County. Now, the West Metro here, we have other storms in the West Metro that are not as intense. In fact, these have weakened considerably. A little bit of perhaps pea-size hail near Cedar Lake and a little bit of pea-size hail near Okarche right now, but these have weakened. That's what's in the West Metro right now. Here's Oklahoma County, so these are not of any immediate threat. Not a problem here. Further up to the north, we've got a hook echo here continuing, and if Corey's stream is still good, let's go ahead and take it. Still a hook echo here. No tornado warning. Had a brief touchdown earlier, and there's the wall cloud from that one northeast of Alva. Well-defined wall overall cloud there with this storm northeast of Alva. That's up near the Kansas border, up going into northern Alfalfa County. Let's go back to the storm tracker. We're going to jump down to the storm down by Marlow. And still a low-level lock here. Still a tornado warning for Marlow. Marlow in about 13 minutes, 14 minutes from right now. That's when it'll be in your immediate town in Marlow. Let's go to the chopper 4-shot. Take a look with John Welsh. John?
Yeah, Mike, that's kind of, we're coming around, giving you a little bit better of a shot, and you can see the two areas that they talked about lowering when we get around the backside. You can see that they're not spinning as much as it appeared that they were earlier. However, there's those very large lowerings right there. There's one, and then there's one that's almost kind of wrapped in rain in the far right side of your screen, but that's still about 300 or 400 feet from the ground, so you can just kind of tell if that does start to spin quickly, it's going to make touchdown very fast.
Okay, John, appreciate that from the chopper there. So tornado warning continues. You folks in Marlow talking about just about 10 minutes from right now as it moves over your location. And this is going to be a tornado warning continuing for Stevens County. And an update here for Marlow. We're looking at about 7:12. It's now straight up 7 o'clock. So let's go back to the storm tracker and take a look. And it's going to be now just to the west-southwest of Marlow, still showing two rotation areas there, as John was just showing you. One to the west of Marlow, one down to the southwest of Marlow. Tornado warning for northern and northwestern Stevens County. Do we have Chance Cold Iron? We can go to Chance. Let's go to Chance here with an update. Chance?
Yeah, Mike, we're still sitting here in the same spot, and we're watching several little areas trying to tighten up. We saw one funnel cloud just a moment ago, but it didn't last long. It seems like it's fighting itself. Too many areas, too much spin going on right now, but it is definitely rotating, and it's very close to producing a tornado. Back to you.
Okay, Chance, I want to stay with your shot because you've got about as good a picture as anybody. We're going to know if it produces a tornado from your picture for sure. Folks, there's only one tornado warning in the state, and this is it right here. Reed's on it, Jeremy's on it, Chance is on it, and the chopper's on it, and it is coming into Marlow. So anytime these potential tornadoes start heading into towns, it's a real heads up, a real ears up. Because that's when you could have real problems, of course, when these tornadoes and potential tornadoes start moving into towns. So we're going to stay with Chance's shot here, the chopper shot here behind me, looking at that spin as well. Let's go to the chopper here. That's a really good picture showing the same thing that we're looking from Chance. Go, John.
Yeah, Mike. Right now, that's the best spin that we have out of this storm. And you can see it's not as wrapped up as it was earlier, but it's. I'd say it's actually kind of rising a little bit, and it's kind of losing its cone formation that it had earlier. So maybe it's going to try and recycle as it continues to go east, Mike.
Okay, appreciate that, John. Keep tracking that. You're going to want to take a look at Marlow here. If you can show us Marlow potentially, you might be able to, at least maybe Highway 81. That'd be a good idea to get our bearings here. Maybe Highway 81 northbound out of Duncan. The rotation now is just getting very close to Marlow. We're looking 7:08, 7:12 time frame for Marlow. Let's go back to Chance's stream here. Tornado warning continues for Marlow. It will pass north of Duncan the way it looks. North of Duncan. Let's go back to Chance here. Chance?
Yeah, Mike, we had a funnel cloud develop here really fast, rapid rotation. It's halfway down to the ground right now. Big cone, rapidly rotating. It's going to be 2 miles south of Central High, probably a half a mile south of Highway 7 right now. It's really trying. We got rain wrapping in on us, so we're going to have to get back east.
Okay, I want to hold your shot here, Chance. So you folks in Marlow, you should be in your tornado safe spot right now as the rotation now is coming into the west and southwest sides of town. And yeah, that may be a funnel cloud right there. I mean, he's at point blank range. So sometimes at point blank range, the funnel clouds don't look as ominous technically as they do further away because you don't have the definition. You're so close to them. So that may be a funnel cloud right there. We got to look for maybe debris. Chance, do we need to look for debris here? Because that sure looks like a potentially a well-defined funnel right there.
Yeah, Mike, it's a very large cone right now. We're trying to fight the rain and stay in the barricades. But I can't see anything visually on the ground, but it's 3/4 of the way to the ground now. Big cone.
Persistent funnel halfway to the That's right where Chance
Yeah,
is.
we got to look for debris because that's either a funnel or a tornado. It could easily be a tornado.
Chopper's got a funnel too.
Let's look at the chopper shot, but let's double box that because go John Welsh.
It's falling apart. Yeah, Mike, that's what Chance was shooting, and you can kind of see the lowering in there, and it looks like it's actually lifting back up a little bit, kind of falling apart. That's going to be pretty much straight west of the town of Marlow. I'm in between Duncan and Marlow right now, about 1.5 miles to the west, and Travis is shooting back towards the northwest here, and that's kind of almost dead center for the main part of town, and it appears that it's kind of moving right to the east. So, like you said, if you're in Marlow, definitely be in your tornado area, but that level of circulation that Chance was talking about earlier looks like it has loosened up a little bit there, Mike.
Okay, you know what though? Let's go ahead and take a look at Chance's stream because let's look at Chance's stream here, gang. That's likely a tornado there. We're likely looking at a tornado right there, and that's really, really close to Marlow right now. Chance, go. That is a tornado right there on the ground.
Yeah, Mike, I can't see any debris under it, but that's going to be your tornado right there. It's a big white cone right now. There's so much rain wrapping in right here. It's hard to see the base of it, but yeah, it's going to be a tornado, and it's going to be just half a mile south of Highway 7, 2 miles south of Central High, the town Central High. But yeah, it's turned into a pretty good-looking elephant tornado right now out in the open field.
Yep, tornado continues on the ground. So this is going to be near Central High, tornado on the ground here. We look for debris here, but that is definitely on the ground, elephant trunk tornado. And this is going to be heading into Marlow. And look at that, there you go. Now the condensation's actually in contact with the ground. So this has been kind of skipping for quite some time now, and it's been kind of lifting up and coming back down. But that is a continued tornado. It's still on the ground, and it is very close to Highway 7 near Central High. So you folks in Marlow, tornado precautions. It continues on the ground right now. Let's go back to Chance with a visual. Chance?
Yeah, Mike, it's an elephant trunk tornado. It's just a little bit strong. I thought it was open out there, but it's tightening back up, and it's really spinning right now, moving off to the northeast. It's moving up towards Highway 7 as I speak.
Okay, this is going to be 4 miles to the southwest of Marlow. Yeah, roping out right now, 4 southwest of downtown Marlow. Tornado roping out. Man, look at that. It's putting on a show. Very close to Highway 7. It's putting on a real show here. Chance, nice job. Rope tornado here. Still on the ground. Very close to Highway 7, 4 southwest of Marlow right now. Chance has got to kind of temporarily reposition here. If the chopper has it, guys, feel free to take the chopper. But it's going to be 3.5 now southwest of Marlow, right on 7 is where the tornado is. So it's going to cross 81. It may be near the south side of Marlow, maybe about 2.5 or 3 south of Marlow. But it's roping out right now. Sometimes they turn northward. So you folks in Marlow, stay in your tornado safe spot. It's only about 3 miles to the southwest of Marlow right now on 7 east of Central High. It'll go north of Duncan by about 4.5 or 5 miles. So the junction of 81 and 7 is where that rope tornado is going right now. Let's go back to Bob Moore Chopper 4. John?
Yeah, Mike, we've been searching there, and we can't. We're not able to see that particular tornado or that Chance was talking about. Travis, if you'll just continue to pan to the right, we'll show you. That's the far left side of the screen, or the far left side of the storm, and then obviously right there is the head of the storm. And just from our vantage point, Mike, we're not able to see it from here.
John, is that Duncan in the foreground?
It's well, yeah, Duncan and Marlow there, Mike.
So right in the foreground, is that the town of Duncan right there in the bottom half of your picture?
That is correct, yes.
Okay, so it's going to be looking northbound 81. It's going to be just to the west of 81. Can you show us 81 right now?
Yeah, zoom in, Travis. Right. Yeah, 81 is pretty much that main north-south road right in there, Mike.
Okay, so let's go northbound on 81 out of Duncan. Let's go north. Yeah, keep going north, and yep, and it's going to be, I think it's going to be right, keep going north. It's going to be right up in there. That's where it's going to be, right there. It's going to be right up there in that dark area. So it's just to the west of 81. So it's going to be up there in that dark area right there is where that tornado is going to be. If we have chance, you can almost see the definition there. So it's just west of 81 on the south side of Marlow right now. That's where the tornado is going to be right there. If we have Chance Cold Iron, let's go back to Chance.
Yeah, Mike, that tornado broke down circulation. We can lift over Highway 7. New circulation is north of Highway 7 by about a mile, mile and a half. This looks like it may come in to Marlow. We're going to get over to Highway 81 and get back down from this. Thank you.
Okay, now what I want to do here, this is it for Marlow now here, okay? So here's the deal. Here's the deal. Let's go over to the storm tracker, okay? Now, let's hope it doesn't happen, and maybe it won't happen. But if it were to happen, if there's going to be a tornado in Marlow, it's going to happen here in the next, see, it's 10 after 7 right now. It's going to be in the next 3 minutes because the rotation here is just to the west of 81. Chance is on 7. The rotation now is just on the northern side of 7, coming into central and southern Marlow. So it's 7:10 between right now and about 7:14, 4 minutes. That's if we have a tornado, it's going to be in the next 4 minutes in Marlow. Let's go to the South Doppler, take a look. And yeah, the rotation here is north of 7. And Chance is on 7. The chopper is right here heading northbound on 81. So let's go back to the chopper and look northbound 81, and the rotation now is, there you are. Go, John Welsh.
Yeah, Mike, right now we're pretty much just south of Lake Humphrey, shooting back northwest here, and everything that we're seeing is all completely wrapped in rain. You can see the top of the cloud, and it kind of dips as it goes towards the northeast. But from what our vantage point here, everything is wrapped in rain, and we're not able to see anything. In the bottom left of your screen, or in the far left of your screen rather, that's going to be the town of Marlow right there. And Highway 7 is going to be, I think, right there by that water tower that's kind of in the left of the screen there with you see the blinking light there, or on the tower there, Mike.
There you go. Okay, so let's keep an eye on Marlow. So let's keep an eye on Marlow because the rotation there is just to the west of Marlow. So if we're going to have a problem in Marlow, it's going to be in the next 4 minutes, beginning right about now. It does appear like the rope tornado may have lifted, but John's got the shot there with Travis Shutton looking at Marlow. And let's go back to Chance, and we're going to stay very much hooked in here with John Welsh from the chopper because this is all about Marlow right now. Let's go to Chance here. Chance?
Yeah, Mike, I'm a sight and chaser convergence right now, but we're trying to get up on Highway 81. We're coming up on it about a quarter mile and get back north. But yes, the circulation is probably a mile, mile and a half north of Highway 7, southwest of Lawton at this moment. Back to you.
Okay, let's go over to Max 2. And what we have going on right now, it's about Marlow, tornado warning for Marlow. Only tornado warning in the state. Severe thunderstorm warnings back to the west of Lawton, heading up into Caddo County, also in Kiowa County, and also for northern Alfalfa County. Nothing of any too big and too bad coming to the metro. We're in really good shape right now for the metro. Tornado watch continues until 9 p.m. Let's go to the storm tracker.
Jeremy's near Marlow.
Okay, Jeremy's near Marlow. So let's go to Jeremy and let's talk to Jeremy and Carter and see what he has. Go, Jeremy.
Hey, Mike, I can see the base. I'm actually pulling into Marlow now. I'm on Highway 81 going north, and I couldn't see no contact the last feel like I said I was able to see real well. But anyways, I'm going to be here. I'm going to watch this as it goes through town, and back to you.
Okay, I think the rotation may be, we can never say never, but it looks like the rotation's weakening. And it's going to be right there on the west and northwest sides of Marlow right now. But I don't see a tornado in the wind velocities. Let's hope that is the case. Let's go back to the chopper here and look at it visually with John Welsh, looking right at it. John? So John's looking at Marlow. The tornado warning does continue for Marlow. Go, John. So you're looking there at the storm as it comes into Marlow. And right now we show not an indication of a tornado on the ground currently. That's really good news. That's what it looks like from here. Rotation there is on the western sides of Marlow right now. Let's go over to Chance Cold Iron on the ground. He had that rope tornado about 10 to 15 minutes ago. It lifted. Chance, what do you have right now?
bit. We're trying to punch up here in Marlow and follow some kind of tail size area. But there's no real true wall fall. There's just a pretty base right now. But as you know, with these storms, they cycle up and cycle down, so we're going to stick with it. Back to you.
I'll tell you. Okay, Chance, say that reissuing the tornado warning for northern Stevens County. So it's going to be extended. You folks over here in Garvin County, a heads up for you. But the rotation is not as strong as it was earlier. It's in the Marlow area right now. The rotation's still just to the west of Highway 81, but only by about a mile or so. But it isn't as tight as it was earlier. But it is a heads up for you folks in Garvin County, talking about Maysville and north of Lake Fuquay and Velma Alma. So out of Stevens County, potentially into southeastern Grady County, and then from there into Garvin County. Let's go to John Welsh here with an update from Marlow. John?
Yeah, Mike, right now it looks like Marlow is going to be clear. We're just about 3 miles south of Bray, shooting back towards the west here. And as you can see, like Chance talked about, it's pretty much, there's not really any lowering. We can see from here all the way back towards Duncan. There are just some little spots where you can see some texture in the clouds where they are dipping a little bit. But as far as we can see from about 1,000 feet down, there's not hardly anything but rain. And farther on the north side of the storm, just west of Bray, there's decent amount of cloud-to-ground lightning here. So northeast of Marlow, there's a lot of lightning in this storm. But as we kind of look back towards the back straight towards the west, we're not seeing that threat that was there earlier, Mike.
Okay. Appreciate that. Hail sizes are coming down as well. Hail sizes now are down to about golf ball, maybe a little bit bigger. Earlier we had 4-inch diameter hail. So this storm does not appear to be as strong as it was earlier. The tornado warning, though, is being extended. It is being extended for far northern Stevens County, a heads up for southeastern Grady County, and then over into Garvin County. So severe weather may be heading your way. Let's go ahead and take an overview here with Max 2. Max 2 here. So we have severe storms up north. Let's go to Corey Inman's stream up here in northern Alfalfa County. This one had a brief touchdown about 45 minutes ago. This is right here on the Kansas border. Still a rotating storm up here, but no immediate signs of any tornadoes with this, but still has some large hail. That's up in northern Alfalfa County. So let's go back to Max 2. That's up in far northern Oklahoma. And then we have a gap here with not a whole lot going on coming into the metro. That's really good. Let's hope it stays that way. And then we have a severe storm to the west of Lawton, heading up into eastern Kiowa County and southwestern Caddo County. The one tornado warning for the Marlow area, potentially for far southeastern Grady County, but right now only far northern Stevens County under that tornado warning right now. Let's go over to Max 3 and let's look at the overview here. And we're going to take a look as we go to radar here on Max 3. And there's the hook as it came up. Notice how the hook's gone away over in Marlow. That's good. Tornado warning does continue over toward Bray and then far southeastern Grady County. These are hailers back here to the west. They're lifting to the north-northeast. Now for the West Metro, not too much going on here. This is really good news. These are all weakening here coming into the West Metro, and they are not a concern at all right now. Let's hope it stays that way. Further up here to the north, we've got that one big storm up here in far northern Alfalfa County. That's going to be northeast of Alva and quite a ways north of Cherokee near Driftwood and Byron and Amarita up here on the Kansas-Oklahoma border, heading over not too far from Wakita a little bit later on in northwestern Grant County. So a severe storm there with hail between golf ball and tennis ball size. Big hail right up there on the Kansas-Oklahoma border. Now back to the storm tracker. Let's check out this Marlow storm again. Still some rotation now. Looks like it's over and east of Marlow. Here it is 717. Looks like it's now east of Marlow. So the rotation here is now near Bray, north of 7 there near Bray, and it is heading over into Garvin County. Don't show any tornado on the ground right now looking at velocity. Let's go back to Bob Moore Chopper 4 and John Welsh for an update. John?
Come back to your left. Yeah, Mike, as Travis kind of pans, this is going to be just north of Bray. We're going to pan down to the left and put you pretty much straight looking west from Bray. Bray's going to be just right out our left front here. And you can see the lowering in there. You can see the backside of the storm, that secondary level of rotation that we were on earlier. And we're not really seeing hardly anything other than the lightning and the rain in this storm. There's not the lowerings that we had earlier, Mike.
Okay, John, if I can kind of work the camera here with you and Travis, pan up to the northeast of Marlow, kind of pan up the storm to the northeast. Let's look at that. Kind of pan up to the north and east.
Yeah, keep going right.
There you go. So there's the core, lightning right there in the foreground. So there's the core, and then further north and east up here, this is where we still have some pretty good inflow, but there's not much in the way of any lowering to that cloud base. There might be a little lowering right there, but nothing too significant. This is all inflow here. All inflow here. So
Go back to your left.
yeah, it doesn't look like there's anything really potentially too big and too bad right now, and we're not showing anything to that effect either looking at the live wind in here. We do see a little wind shear right in this area here, northeast, quite a ways northeast of Marlow right here where that lightning's coming down. We have to watch that area very carefully. Travis is kind of irising up a little bit. That's the area right there, John. We want to watch very carefully right in through there, northeast of Marlow. Let's go over to Max 3 and take a look at some of the hail earlier near Fort Cobb. Appreciate that from Donette. Donette, appreciate that. That's some gnarly looking hail there. Some golf ball size hail with a lot of spikes on it. And some of those hailstones may be a little bit bigger. That last picture there, that's from Emily. Also from Fort Cobb. So Fort Cobb had some pretty good size hail a bit earlier this evening. That storm now has dissipated altogether. So we have good news here in terms of any tornadic activity. Don't see any immediate indication of a tornado. The tornado warning does continue. Let's go to the storm tracker. And where is this storm headed? Well, it is now east of Marlow, east of 81 as far as the biggest hail and any tornado threat, but the hook is gone with it. And it's moving up into Garvin County, so a heads up here for potentially some pretty good size hail, maybe golf ball size. Earlier it was about 3 to 3.5 inch diameter hail. Golf ball, Lindsay, Maysville, Garvin County. But right now looking at the wind velocities, and the South Doppler is not too far away, so we're looking at really high resolution data. Don't see any indication of a tornado inside of that storm right now. If we have Chance Cold Iron, let's go back to the ground shot here, either Jeremy's shot or Chance's shot. Is this Chance right here? Let's talk to Chance. Go,
Yeah,
Chance.
Mike, we're heading east out of Marlow. We're back in a bunch of traffic, so we're trying to navigate around this. But no, the storm doesn't look anything like it did 15, 20 minutes ago. But we're going to stick with it. There is still a little bit of rotation with it. Yeah, we're going to keep going east. Back to you.
Okay, appreciate that. Yeah, we don't see anything that looks too ominous at all with this. And the rotation really has fallen apart altogether. Let's do another check-in with John Welsh and just kind of take a look at it from the sky. And John's been tracking it here for about an hour. So, John, any changes from your vantage point?
Not really, Mike. We were watching one area in there, and I believe it was just some rain shaft. The rain was coming down pretty heavy right there in the center of the shot, which is going to be just to the west of Bray there, maybe just a little bit northwest of Bray. And there's actually just a little bit of rotation in there, so it kind of gave it a decent-sized funnel appearance with the heavy rain. But if Travis will continue to pan to the right, you can see the tops of the clouds, and there's a couple little lowerings kind of from our vantage point between us and Rush Springs. And we're probably just northeast of Bray, so between us and little spots right in there that the clouds are starting to lower a little bit, but nothing severe at this time. It looks like it's really trying to maybe recycle. It's almost raining itself out a little bit, and the lightning is intense and is intensifying as this comes to the east, Mike.
Okay, appreciate that. Let's go over to Max 2 just to kind of check out the latest watches and warnings. We're really looking pretty good here. There's some severe storms out in Kiowa County, some golf balls with those, maybe a little bit bigger. And then we have one right up just south of the Kansas border in northern Alfalfa County. Nothing coming into the metro right now at all. All the storms that were coming toward the metro have fallen apart, and we still have a lingering tornado warning, but no immediate signs of a tornado near Bray and right up on the Grady County line. Let's go over to Max 3 and check out the tornado earlier. This is from Chance, from just a still shot there from Allie Meyer, and she's checking that out. Now, that was earlier when it was southwest of Marlow, very close to Highway 7 as it was roping out. Appreciate that, Allie Meyer, checking that out, coverage from her mobile device there. Appreciate that a lot. So we're in really good shape here. I don't see any indication of a tornado currently, and I think that we're looking really good right now. Let's go back to the storm tracker, and I think we're going to go back to programming here if things don't change here for the worse, because we're looking really good right now. So I don't see any indication of a tornado at all here. So still near Bray, still heavy rain here and golf ball size hail, but no indications of any hook, No indication of any tornado in the wind field. We've got 3 trackers on the ground, and Bob Moore Chopper 4 and John Welsh and Travis Shutton. No indications of any tornado here. It is heading into southeastern and southern Grady County, then from there up into sections of Garvin County, but this storm is not nearly as well organized as it was earlier. So let's take the broad view here on Max 2. And Max 2 here can show us that the severe weather here, one storm coming northbound in Kiowa County, the other one in southern Grady County. Severe, yes, but doesn't appear to be tornadic right now, and nothing approaching the metro at all currently. A little bit later on, these may try to redevelop and head our way a bit later on, but right now we're in good shape. It is 7:25, and then we still have this one big supercell right on the Kansas-Oklahoma border, and Corey Inman is on that particular storm, but there's the metro there. We're looking really, really good. The tornado watch does continue until 9. We're going to rejoin programming for the time being, and if anything changes, we'll do regular updates, of course. Anything changes, we'll be right back with you. Stay with News Channel 4. We'll keep you forewarned.
It's a little bit